Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got two teams who will look to the running backs if they want to control the pace of the game. It's Jackson's Falcons going up against Martin's Buccaneers. Now we'll go down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 3 matchup.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, a matchup in the NFC South as we join you from the Georgia Dome. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, and welcome to this heated divisional rivalry. Yes, there have been a lot of close games, a lot of bad blood, and it's always intense when these two get ready to square off. How about it before kickoff, partner?
Yeah, I think the one thing that's always great about division rivals, and you play each other a couple times a year, and they're both good football teams, that you know all your team is going to be excited to play. They're going to know their assignments, and they're physically ready to go. So exciting football is ahead for us today, and it's going to be fun to watch.
The Buccaneers are back deep, waiting for the kick. Matt Bosher ready to kick it away to start the game.
What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I'm back here with some more Madden NFL 15 Bucs franchise. And today, we are at the Georgia Dome taking on the Atlanta Falcons. As you see, our kick returner just gets knocked the fuck out. And here comes Mike Glennon, our starting quarterback, our franchise quarterback. So far this season, he's got a 65.4 completion percentage, 413 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Looking really sharp after his second half of the season last year, where he looked really sharp as well. Maybe not so much in the beginning of the season of last year, but he's really turned a corner, and he's looking like he could be our franchise quarterback for years to come. And so is our entire offense, basically. Doug Martin taking that carry for 15 yards on that first play of the game. And everybody on this team has really improved. Yeah, we're still missing Vincent Jackson for another couple of weeks, but hey, I mean, we still got a lot of good receivers on this team, like Mike Evans, Jerome Simpson, Tyquan Underwood. We have a good tight end, Safari and Jenkins, and we do go not score on that first position. So here comes Matt Ryan, the Atlanta Falcons quarterback, who's got a 63% completion percentage with 613 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. And the Falcons are 0-2 to start their year. They've had 2 really good opponents so far. But you see, Fred Jackson fumbles the football, and it is picked up by Alteron Werner for the Buccaneers. And the Bucs are already in good field position at the 35-yard line. And here comes Mike Glennon looking again underneath the Tyquan Underwood. Tyquan Underwood takes it down to about the 15-yard line. And we're already set up in field goal range, and we're looking forward to at least get a touchdown or a field goal to get ourselves an early lead. Yes, we're 2-0, and yeah, we really haven't had much of a test so far. These guys on paper don't look like they're going to be much of a test either, but that's why you play the game. And yeah, Philadelphia was pretty easily handled because they had freaking Matt Barkley as their starting quarterback. And, you know, yeah, we could have had the Shady McCoy to deal with for the Eagles, but, I mean, in the second half, we contained him pretty well. We forced him to throw, and that's not really their strength, especially if they're quarterback is Matt Barkley. Tennessee was pretty much a cakewalk. Tennessee's kind of a mess. And yeah, Zach Mettenberger, and actually they didn't have Mettenberger, they had a rookie quarterback, and he didn't look too sharp there either. So Tennessee's still a bit of a mess, and we're looking forward to looking for our first test of the season. Carolina's actually really good so far in the second year of their franchise. They're now 2-1 with their win they had in Week 3, and New Orleans is undefeated as well. So we're looking forward to our divisional matchups besides Atlanta. We have also, I think we do have the AFC East this year, so we have to deal with it's the AFC South. So we have to deal with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. And I was stupid. I had a brain fart for a second. But we do have to deal with Houston as well. So Houston and Indianapolis are probably going to be their biggest AFC test this year. I think we do have to deal with Seattle as well. So Seattle is going to be a really big test, especially if it's at Seattle. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the schedule once again. But Seattle, either way, is going to be a test. So this year could be a little bit of a struggle if we don't play right, if we keep on getting injuries like we do with Vincent Jackson. We'd hope that doesn't happen because we want to beat their best at full strength, and they want to beat us at full strength. Kind of like with the Lions. We didn't have them at full strength when we faced them the first time in the regular season. We beat them by 5. But we had them at full strength, kinda, in the second game. They did start with Stafford in that game, but they didn't end up with Stafford at the end of the game. But they were still kind of at full strength for at least some of the game, and they came out with that win. So that is the thing. We have to beat them at full strength. We have to make sure that we're test ready, and we're not just beating them when they're not at full strength, because it's just it doesn't prove anything to me. Yeah, the record may say they're somewhat 10-4 or whatever, or 12-4, but it doesn't mean anything if their backup quarterback is in the game. Kind of like with the Eagles too. They probably didn't have Nick Foles in that game or something like that, where they had to start Matt Barkley as their quarterback. That's kind of shameful if you have Matt Barkley as your starting quarterback. I don't know where that came from, to be honest. Like, how could you let Matt Barkley, like, go to free agency and pick up a quarterback instead of starting Matt Barkley? I'm sorry. But we're up 3-0 here. We're going to talk about this game now. Stop me rambling about the season so far that we've been having and how we haven't had a test yet. But you see Mike Evans coming up with that catch and the first down. 3rd down and 5 here for Mike Glennon and the Bucs. He's looking underneath. It's caught by Mike Evans again, and he gets enough for the first down maybe. And they may have marked him a yard short of the first down, and they do. But actually later on in the drive, we do end up settling for a field goal going into halftime. It's now 6-0 Bucs to start the 3rd quarter. Here comes Matt Ryan and this sluggish Atlanta offense. They haven't gotten much to go today, so they're looking forward for a spark in the second half. But they almost get sacked, and it's picked off again for the 3rd time in this game by Alteron Werner. He has gotten 1 fumble recovery. Oh, and look at that spin move. 1 fumble recovery and 3 interceptions in this game. He's looking like he could get a NFC Defensive Player of the Week award or something like that. I don't know. Maybe NFL Defensive Player of the Week. But anyway, looking underneath again to Safarian Jenkins, and he's getting that first down. Now it's a 1st and goal for the Bucs, as Mike Glennon has really been struggling so far. His completion percentage is really low, but at least he hasn't turned the ball over. And now he's putting his team in a good position because of the run game, as Doug Martin pushes that one into the touchdown. And it's now 13-0 as we decide not to go for the 2-point conversion, because I feel pretty safe with this lead against Atlanta, because they really aren't that good. They're kind of a mess. Outside of Roddy White and Julio Jones, they really don't have much for receivers. Matt Ryan's not looking sharp today. Fred Jackson's been fumbling the football like crazy, although he's only fumbled it once. But 1 fumble's already bad enough, so you gotta just keep going with it and just hopefully things turn out right for you. So Matt Ryan dropping back. Here comes the pressure. He gets it off to Roddy White again. He gets absolutely clobbered by Mark Barron. And now the Atlanta Falcons are finally in a good position to score, but let's see if they can maintain this momentum that they have. Here's Matt Ryan putting Kenny Britt in motion, looking, and he's trying to look for Britt. He shreds the sack, and it's picked off by Jonathan Banks. His 4th interception of the day for Matt Ryan, and he has not looked good at all, as Jonathan Banks gets his 1st interception of the year. And now the Bucs are looking forward to score again and try and get themselves a 3-score lead before the start of the 4th quarter. Here's Glennon again underneath. It is Jerome Simpson, or not, that's not Jerome Simpson. That used to be his number, but it's not anymore now that we signed him. That's Shepard with the catch. 2nd and 6. Here is Glennon once again. He has pressure on him, but it's a screen pass to Doug Martin. He jukes away from the defender and gets the first down. 12 for 20 for 130 for Mike Glennon. No touchdowns, no picks, but handoff to Bobby Rainey. And Bobby Rainey gets the first down for the Bucs. 2 carries, 7 yards for him. As Doug Martin has been really carrying the load so far for the Bucs, we decided to give him a little bit of a rest as we hand it off to Rainey again, and he gets another first. 2nd and goal here. This time we have a single back with Martin this time in the game, and he punches it in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. It is now 20-0 Bucs, as Doug Martin just points the finger at the crowd and says, "Hey, I got you, big dog." So 3rd down and 11 here for the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons have really been struggling. Here is Matt Ryan again underneath, as his receiver just walks out of bounds for some reason. Matt Ryan, 10 of 21 for 93 yards. Hasn't looked really sharp today. He's got 4 picks. I mean, you really can't win games unless, you know, if you throw 4 picks, and you pretty much aren't going to win a game unless the other team has 4 picks as well. Just saying, you're not going to win many games unless, you know, you have equal amount of turnovers for both sides. Then it's kind of like, you never know what's going to happen when you have a game full of turnovers. Pretty sure the coaches would be yelling at film session the next week anyway. So we're just trying to try and run out the clock a little bit, try and feed Doug Martin and Bobby Rainey the football. As you see, Doug Martin juking the defender out of his shoes, gets the first down. 23 carries for 105 yards and 2 scores for Doug Martin. As you see, it's 2nd and 1 here with 2:22 left here in the final quarter. Here's Glennon looking to the corner of the end zone, and a beautiful throw and beautiful tiptoe catch by Tyquan Underwood. as that is Mike Glennon's only touchdown pass of the game. And ladies and gentlemen, the Buccaneers will come out with a win. Final score 27-0. As that is our first shutout here in this Buccaneers franchise. And it's kind of a bittersweet feeling. Yeah, it was nice to shut them out, but the Falcons aren't really much of an opponent. So next week, I do think we take on the Carolina Panthers. They are now 2-1. They're actually a formidable opponent. Each time I face the Panthers, I do tend to struggle against them. So this will be kind of interesting. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the video, please drop a like, as there will be more Madden content on the way soon. And make sure you subscribe if you're a first-time viewer of myself. But until next time, my name is Sim with Vengeance, and I am out. Peace.